What's up guys, EJ here, back with another video, and I'm going to do something a little different to sort of break up the regular monotony of me just doing DVD updates. Now that the Alphabet of Awesome Movies Part 2 is over, I'm going to start doing my top 10 lists every week. I'll probably try and do one a week, usually on Tuesdays. I've only done like 7 videos about my top 10 lists. So today I'm going to start off with my top 10 films of 1978, the year I was born. I have a top 10 list for every year since then. I've got top 10 lists for every genre that I have, and every decade, and so on and so forth. So I got a lot of top 10s to do. So I'm going to start doing these, and hopefully you like them. Maybe you won't. Well, whatever. Let's get straight into it. So counting down, we have at number 10, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, directed by Lou Adler, and of course starring Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin, who also wrote the film as two lovable stoners who sort of hook up in LA and form a band to compete in a competition. Hilarious film, my favorite Cheech and Chong movie by a long shot. I'm not a fan of really any of the other Cheech and Chong films, but I just love Up in Smoke. It's one of the great comedies of the 70s and of all time, in my opinion. So that's number 10. Up next we have at number 9, Dawn of the Dead, George A. Romero's zombie classic. Not my favorite zombie film. In fact, his original A Nightmare, what am I saying? Night of the Living Dead is from 1968 is my favorite zombie film, and I'm actually a bigger fan of the remake by Zack Snyder that came out in 2004. I thought it was everything this film was, but more fast-paced, obviously, because the zombies move a lot faster in that film than this film. But this is still a classic about people holed up in a shopping mall. Great edition, the Ultimate Edition. I'm sort of not a huge zombie fan like a lot of you people here on YouTube, but that's okay. I do enjoy a couple of zombie films, and Romero's original Dead trilogy is definitely one of them. But this would probably be my third favorite zombie film, behind Night of the Living Dead and the remake of Dawn of the Dead. So at number 8, I'm just gonna grab the 10. And that is, of course, Superman the movie, directed by Richard Donner. Buzz Man's favorite. Great film with Christopher Reeve as Superman, obviously, and Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. You've got Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, awesome villain, and people like Marlon Brando, who plays Jor-El. Just a great film. I love Superman 2 as well. That's a great sequel. Not a fan of Superman 3 and 4, even though this 10 comes with those. And I enjoyed Superman Returns, I have to admit. Probably my third favorite Superman film, behind the first 2. So up next at number 7, we have the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, one of my favorite martial arts films of all time, directed by Liu Chia-lang, starring Liu Chia-hui. Just a great film. I just love the training scenes in the Shaolin monastery. They're just amazing to watch. A lot of fun. This film is just awesome from beginning to end. Next to Enter the Dragon, this is probably my favorite martial arts film. Okay, at number 6, we have the classic Midnight Express, directed by Alan Parker. Of course, starring Brad Davis, John Hurt, and Randy Quaid. Great film about a guy who gets imprisoned in a Turkish prison after trying to smuggle hashish out of the country. One of the great films of the 70s. Nice edition, 30th anniversary edition. So that is number 6. Okay, up next at number 5, we have a film from a director I talked about in my last update. And that is Days of Heaven from director Terrence Malick. Just an awesome film, beautiful to look at. Great story about a steel worker who kills his boss and then flees to Texas with his girlfriend. Richard Gere and Brooke Adams are great in this film. I think it's Terrence Malick's first film. Still one of my favorites. Recently I just picked up The Tree of Life, which you may have seen. But this is definitely one of my favorite Terrence Malick films. Days of Heaven, number 5. Okay, up next we have number 4. And that is Coming Home. Directed by Hal Ashby, starring Jane Fonda, Bruce Dern, and Jon Voight. One of the great films of the 70s about the aftermath of the Vietnam War. Just a great film overall. And just awesome. I don't know why I decided to put Stewie in this update for a second, but there you go. Stewie is also part of the couch pillows. So Coming Home, number 4 on my top 10 list of 1978. I can't even control myself. I wanted to do it like subtly, but oh well. Number 3, we have National Lampoon's Animal House. One of my favorite comedies of the 70s and of all time, actually. Just hilarious. John Belushi, Tim Matheson, Thomas Holtz, John Vernon. Small appearance by Kevin Bacon, just hilarious. Nothing to see here. Karen Allen as well, great in this film, just hilarious from beginning to end. One of the funniest movies of all time. Okay, up next, number 2. One of my favorite movies about the Vietnam War, and that is The Deer Hunter. Directed by Michael Cimino, and sounds like the disc is shaking a little bit in here. Fix that. Great film starring Robert De Niro. Christopher Walken, who won Best Supporting Actor for his performance. Meryl Streep, I believe, in one of her early roles. I don't know if she won Best Supporting Actress at the time for this film. She may have. I know she was nominated at least. And of course, John Cazale, who was also great in the first 2 Godfather films. Just a great film, very harrowing, very tough to watch in parts, especially the sort of prisoner of war camp scenes with the Russian roulette and the guys yelling "Mao, Mao" with the guns to their heads. Christopher Walken, amazing in this film. And last but definitely not least, number 1, my favorite film of 1978, a horror classic, and that is Halloween, directed by John Carpenter, of course, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasance. My second favorite horror film of all time, and you'll have to wait till I do my top 10 films of 1980 to find out what is number 1, but you may know already. Just a great film, spawned numerous sequels, and which I have most of. I'm not like a big Halloween collector. I don't have like 20 editions of this movie like some people, which is okay if that's what you like. I'm a movie collector, not like a edition collector. I like to think of myself. I care about the movies more than the editions. It's still a nice edition, 25th anniversary edition of Halloween. So that is my number 1 film of 1978. So thank you for watching, and hopefully this Saturday I'll have a new update, some new DVDs, and next week I'll do another one of these. I might do a genre or another year, we shall see. So Until next time, I'll see ya.